Hello everybody, just a quick word about our new programme Crossing Borders 2. Well, if you come up with a good idea, why not try and replicate it? The idea behind Crossing Borders 2 is essentially the same as it was in Crossing Borders, so exploring the sort of dissemination of musical ideas, musical styles across Europe. The pool of composers this time is slightly smaller, and it is entirely string-based. So there's an orchestral suite by our old friend Giuseppe Antonio Brascianello. This is included because he was about the only Italian composer at the time who composed orchestral suites and showcases the sort of fusion of Italian, French and German styles. There's another orchestral suite by Telemann, a really cracking piece in A minor with a beautiful chaconne in the middle. And again, I mean, Telemann was like the king of the orchestral suite, if you like, and he was the champion of what he described as music of a mixed taste. So again, you were sort of fusing Italian, French, German, Polish, maybe even English styles within the same piece of music. Three of the pieces that make up our new programme Crossing Borders 2 are by Vivaldi. One of his 12 Paris concertos, which is just a concerto in G minor for strings, no soloists. I say no soloists, there's tiny bit of violin solo in the opening movement, but that's it. Pretty inconsequential. But there are also two of his Bohemian concertos for violin and strings. These come from around about 1729 or 1730. We know this because his father, who was sort of Vivaldi's partner in crime, or business partner maybe, if you would like, his father was also a very good violinist and played in the orchestra of San Marco in Venice. He got special dispensation for an extended leave of absence to accompany Antonio to Bohemia for a tour, essentially. So we're not totally sure what the purpose of Vivaldi's trip to Bohemia was. As with so much Vivaldi's life, many of the facts have been lost in the sands of time. But we do know that during this tour, Vivaldi produced a whole series of instrumental music. We know this because if you look at these kind of standard manuscript paper used by the Italians, that would have been in, generally speaking, landscape format. But the Central European paper that was used in places like Bohemia was in portrait format, and there's a whole bunch of these pieces that survive in Vivaldi's personal manuscript collection in Turin. People have often wondered whether they are written for Vivaldi to play on tour himself. But of the 6 concertos for violin that survive, 2 are really quite facile in a way, in terms of violin technique, whereas 4 are flipping horrendous. And in fact, we actually recorded one in E minor back when we did Venice by Night. The 2 that make up part of the programme for Crossing Borders 2 are there's a concerto in B flat and a concerto in G minor. These are pretty tricky pieces. We will have to see, however, whether I'll be able to play these, because I don't know whether you can see here. It looks as though I've been in a fight. I haven't. I fell off head first off a stile in the Brecon Beacons on Saturday, so I've damaged the whole of my right side. So I haven't actually managed to put bow to string yet, but I'm just praying to any deity that'll listen. So just have to wait and see. It'll be full of surprises, I'm sure. Anyway, thank you.